Here's the question. Does it matter anymore what Rishi Sunak promises? Does it matter what he promises? The tipping point has long passed. Maybe there was a moment, a year ago perhaps, when Rishi Sunak might have changed his luck, a point where promises were delivered and his many words believed and enacted. Maybe. The problem with politics, and this is largely a contemporary thing, I get that, is that perception is often greater than reality. And as Rishi Sunak launches his manifesto, it almost doesn't matter what is in it. He could promise us all a gold-plated Ford Cortina, a beano to Benidorm and half a Labrador, but it would make no difference. Sunak is not just wounded, but some argue politically dead. And the bigger picture here is accessibility. Does Rishi sound like the kind of Conservative that speaks your language? Does the PM sound like a man you could have a good old chinwag with over a pint and a bag of Nobby's nuts? I'm not absolutely sure he is. In fact, I'm absolutely sure he isn't. And here is one of the central issues for Rishi Sunak. We could argue, look, there's been Liz Truss, there was Theresa May, there was David Cameron, there was Boris Johnson. I'm sure I've missed one in there somewhere. All within about 45 minutes we had that lot. And so the sense of fatigue around the party of the day is not an entirely new phenomenon. I mean, that kind of happens. You've been there for a decade and a half. You begin to look a bit tired. So it matters not a jot really what you do. Everything is perceived through that prism. So you could do all manner of things, as I mentioned. And it just like, well, it doesn't matter, we don't believe you, or it's not going to happen, and we're just a bit tired, and you're looking grey and knackered. And, you know, John Major, the grey man of Downing Street, had all of this in bucket loads back in the mid-90s, culminating in an electoral disaster against Blair in 97. And this looks like a repeat and rinse moment. And Rishi Sunak is the central player. So I don't think it really makes a massive difference what is said or what's in the manifesto, because I don't imagine it's going to change his or the Conservatives' luck on this.